And I don't know if it's a mixture of a little bit of the Ron Paul thing, Occupy. It's over the last couple of years, I've just like you guys, I've kind of come upon the truth researching. Started out with a pizza guy that was giving me a he was renting out 9/11 videos for like $1. I remember that. And then I started doing my own research, came upon the truth, started realizing what was going on, just like you guys. Then I come to a point now, where are we headed now? What is going on? Where is the movement? What is the next movement going to be? And we've seen the Occupy movements crushed. We've seen the Ron Paul candidacy crushed. And it leaves you questioning where to turn. And I'm coming to the conclusion that there is no movement. Maybe there never was a movement. What we're having is a release of information on an unprecedented scale as access to the internet widens. And reality is starting, the reality of information is starting to cause a divergence in society. And there's those of us that have the truth, understand the truth, and are trying to exist in society, and there are those that are in denial or just haven't made the effort. So what I am recommending for anybody that is interested is to stop looking for a movement to join. Start looking at your own personal situation and make your adjustments according to what you believe. If you believe in peak oil, then by golly, start riding an electric bike. If you believe in the totalitarianism of the government, well, start removing yourself from that. The more focus I believe that we give to Washington, D.C., the news, politics, the more fuel it gives them to control us. So that's one of the reasons why I'm shying away from the news and reporting on it, because I think it's time to make a stand. And it's a time to stop complaining about laws, regulations, orders that are coming out of Washington, D.C. It's now time to get in the streets and start protesting. If you're going through a border checkpoint, do it. I've seen on the internet. Don't comply. If you see a DUI checkpoint, question it. Question authority. Start removing yourself from the things that you don't believe in. But I think it's over for trying to wake people up. I think right now there's still a large amount of people that are learning new things, but if you haven't woken up to the truth or reality, you're not going to wake up until your pensions are gone, your 401k is gone, your Social Security is gone, food stamps are gone, and you're left with nothing. So we're a very small percentage of the population, and I think we need to focus ourselves on getting ready for what's coming. Now, this is the other aspect I'd like to address. A lot of my followers are preppers. I've done a lot of prepping myself, but I think there comes a point where you can prep too much, where you can get into a situation where you are so much focused on the end of the world, you can't focus on your own health, your own financial well-being, and it actually hurts you. It's a detriment to you. So what I'm recommending to you guys is have some supplies for an emergency event, but as far as an underground bunker and being able to sustain something for years, you don't want to be around if it's going to be that bad. And personally, I don't think it's going to be that bad. Personally, I think you have to take all the stuff that you're reading online, you got to discount it probably 50%. Alex Jones, Steve Quayle, Jeff Rance, all that stuff that's out there. I've learned over 4 or 5 years personally that you have to discount this material, maybe 50, 30%. It's just not the way that they're telling you. This is not going to be an all-out financial economic Armageddon. It's going to be a crisis. It's going to be a collapse, but it's going to come down in steps, and you're going to be able to prepare incrementally for it. So right now, the way I'm preparing is I've got my expenses down to almost nothing. I'm looking at entrepreneurial activities, things I can get involved in the local community, developing a lot of networks, connections. So when we do have a financial collapse, the end of the money situation, I'm going to be able to lean on a lot of different people, help a lot of different people. And the number one, I'm taking care of my health. So if you don't have health, you don't have anything. You could have tons of supplies and die of diabetes or stroke or anything. So get the health taken care of, get the family situation taken care of, get the expenses down to nothing, get the debt down to nothing, then you got to start looking for alternative ways to make money. So anyways, this is G for T. It's not that I no longer believe in the collapse. I no longer believe in worshiping it and letting it consume my entire life. So these are good times. This is a good thing that needs to happen. Will there be collateral damage? There could be collateral damage. In many situations throughout history when there's a collapse, there is some type of die-off. But are we going to FEMA camps? Are we going to get rid of 50% of the US population? I don't know. It doesn't sound likely to me. But will there be people that won't have access to health care, will die because of that? Are there going to be people that are not going to be, that are going to fight it out to maintain their existing lifestyle? Yeah, there's going to be situations where people are going to people are already losing it. So you gotta dial yourself back away from it, chill out, relax, and don't get excited. That's my advice. Because I don't do these too many videos, but I just felt like I needed to say something about it. And I don't even know if I'm explaining myself correctly, but there's some type of divergence happening right now in society where there's people that understand what's happening, they're moving forward, and then there's people that are just refuse to look at it, wake up, and they're going to be left out of the cold, panicking, who knows what, when it does happen. But on this side, with the people that have woken up, there is a situation where we need to look at things logically, and we need to look at things in a holistic approach, and that's being healthy, positive, focused on actual things that you can do on a daily basis, and realizing there is no more movement. The movement is over. It's the end of putting the lemmings together and going off the cliff. There is no movement. It's knowledge that we can all share and we can all be a part of, but there is no need to be into some type of movement to try to change society. Just change your own life. Change your own personal situation, change your own family situation. We all want different things. There is no more movement to join. There is no leader to worship and to put in power over us. It's meaningless. Government, I take nothing from government, and I want to give nothing to government. And that is the future. The future is personal choice. The future is not massification, but demassification, and it's getting together with communities and groups that you choose by free association. No more of the, I'm sorry to say, but the nation state, in my opinion, is a manifestation of the Industrial Revolution, from what I've learned. And as we get away from the Industrial Revolution and we start learning empathy for many people across borders, you're going to find that the nation state no longer serves its purpose. So we're headed to a brave new world, but I'm not talking about a globalist elite world. I'm talking about personal choice, personal decisions, no longer having blind affiliation with associations or groups just because we're born into that situation. It's about true freedom, personal choice. Take care. God bless.